Unveiling. We've kind of made it a tradition over the last couple of years to do the unveiling here at the J.V. Bailey House, and we definitely lucked out with the weather here today. The sales of the commemorative art that we'll be unveiling today the proceeds for that actually help us fulfill our nonprofit mission here at the foundation to preserve and improve Minnesota State Fair grounds, buildings, and educational experiences. And the artwork this year I think we're really excited about, especially for those commemorative art sales. Emily did a great job. We're very excited to unveil it today and show you the work she did. I know on behalf of the foundation staff and on behalf of the State Fair staff, Emily was just wonderful to work with. We were so happy that she was elected as the official artist this year. I also have the pleasure today of introducing our foundation board chair, Mr. Pat Bailey of Bailey Nurseries, who is going to talk a little bit about, before he introduces Emily, a little bit more about his family connection with the State Fair and just why his name is on this building here as well. And if J.V. Bailey did actually stay here, that's the question I think everybody wants to know. So everybody, here's Pat Bailey.
All right, thanks, Jesse. And thank everyone for being here. This is just a beautiful day, and it's just great to see everyone here as part of the fair, to see this great unveiling here of Emily's work. Just a few more words on the foundation. We're a nonprofit foundation to develop funds to help preserve and enhance the grounds and the buildings and the educational experience here at the fair. So some of our work that we've done, we've helped with the renovation and repair of the Warner Coliseum. We've done the CHS Miracle of Birth, the Ag Star Judging Arena. A lot of the nice new benching that you see around the fair. There's an example right up front here to my right. Our foundation sells these benches, and they've been highly successful. And I'm sure all of you appreciate having a bench walking around the fair here to sit on. So I see another bench up front here. That's what the fair always looks like, people smiling on the bench. Also, the foundation developed funds to renovate the house behind me, and my family, the Bailey family, and our company Bailey Nurseries was real pleased to participate in the development to renovate the house here. And we're fortunate to have the house named after my great-grandfather, J.V. Bailey. And that is one of the most common questions I get is, did J.V. live in the house? And the answer is no, J.V. did not, I don't think, ever lived here. I think my grandmother stayed here for a night during one of the fairs way back when. But anyway, the foundation headquarters is here in the house, and we're real pleased to have the house named in honor of J.V. Bailey. J.V. served with the State Fair. He was with the horticultural superintendent for 11 years, and then he served on the Minnesota Agricultural Society, the governing body of the fair, for 11 years, and 2 of those years as the president. So I have a long connection with the fair. I love the fair myself. I've been coming here ever since I was a little kid, able to walk, I think. So with that, with no further ado, I'd like to introduce now Emily Taylor, our artist for the 2014 fair. This is the 11th in a series of artwork that the foundation and the fair have commissioned. And the art today that we're going to see is spectacular. Truly happy to be here to introduce Emily. Emily is a neighbor, just lives over in the neighborhood off to the east here. She's been coming to the fair here her whole life. She is a graduate of the Minneapolis College of Art and Design, and she primarily works in the medium of watercolor, which is what today's art is as well. So with that, I'll turn over the microphone to Emily, and we'll get on with the unveiling.
Thank you very much. Well, it's an honor to be here today, and I want to thank everybody for coming. And I want to especially thank the State Fair Foundation for inviting me to be a part of their family. From the start, they definitely made me feel welcome. I had emails from Pat Bailey personally congratulating me, and also one of the previous winners, I felt like a winner, Marie Olafsdotter, contacted me immediately and congratulated me. So I truly feel like I am a part of the family. Thank you. So with that, noticed that is the state or the Minnesota state outline. And the main objective of my illustration is to promote not just the events that occur within the state fair, but also the fact that it is a get-together of people from all across the state. And I wanted to honor all the different industries that are represented within the state fair. So, of course, in all of my work, my older son, I have two sons, my older son is adamant that I also represent our family. So, if you look closely, there are little indicators of us and our family in the painting. So I'll start just by kind of going through the process, and then I'll point out a few of the my brother, a few of the different items that are represented. So in my process, I usually go through several photographs. In this case, literally thousands. I use the MNHS website, the archives there of the photos of the State Fair as a resource, as well as several of the photos that the State Fair offered me, and just tried to really get a sense of what the what the fair meant, not just to me and my experience, but also to everybody else and what they highlighted. And so here I start out with, of course, this area here. We've got the cows and the chickens and the corn. And the tractors. The tractor was, we had a discussion about the color that it should be. The John Deere tractor versus other companies. And my son's favorite color is green, so it really had nothing to do with the company, and ended up being, again, more of a family history or personal representation. Other things that I represented were different things that my family liked to do when growing up. Being truly Minnesotan, of course, everybody goes up north, and we love the Boundary Waters. So we move over here, and we have the Boundary Waters and the loon and the canoeing. Gooseberry Falls over here with the black bears. The family doing the road tripping up north with all the luggage packed on top of the car. Superior Shore. Of course, the lumber industry, moose, fish for the DNR building. We have our lovely prize-winning pig and the proud family saying hello. So we're all friendly here. We've got also beautiful flowers popping up here and there, which I'm sure you guys are aware that they do grow a lot of their flowers. That they don't bring them in; they're all grown here. Correct. And so some of the flowers that they actually asked me to represent were the sunflowers and the cannas here. But other things we have, of course, we have the beekeeper, honeybees, and we actually have little bees flying around. Again, we have the environmentally friendly energy here. We have the band shell and the old gate, or the old entrance arch here that's just recently installed. There's my house, right over there. We have the giant slide, which was probably one of my first favorite rides, I guess you could call it a ride, that I used to go on every year when we had come with my family. It's kind of funny because, like I said, immediately you see the state of Minnesota, and then as you look further, there's just so many details, and I don't want to take too much time here, and I'm sure that when you come and look at it later, you'll start to discover more. But mainly, the other couple of areas that I'm going to point out are, we have our textile industry. We have some people over here actually doing a little weaving and beading, and then this area here was important to me because it's kind of the cornucopia, the fruits of the fair, literally. So I guess those are the specifics of what's in the image itself, but the process was definitely collaboration. I talk about my experience, and then of course the things that I saw represented in photographs that I looked at from MNHS, the website there, and then the images that they give me, but also it was the people that I worked with at the fair here. We talked a lot about what what stories they might have, not just mine, and then put it all together in this image. Bright colors, lots of green. I'm sorry, but I'm definitely partial to summer here, and especially after this last winter. But there's some funny little things in here, I think. So hopefully you guys will enjoy looking closer and discovering other details that I haven't mentioned, and you'll have some of your own stories to share. So I guess that's it. Thank you.
All right, does anybody have any questions for Emily before we wrap things up? You can also talk to her afterwards too. So I think for right now, again, I want to thank everybody for coming. It means so much for you to be here today. We'll be serving cake after this here that actually has the art printed on it. We realized at the last minute that, it's an unveiling, so we couldn't bring the cake out right away. But again, thank you so much for coming, and if you have any questions, please ask Emily afterwards. We do have the prints and posters of this artwork available inside for purchase, and they're also available now online on our website at msffoundation.org. Emily, I don't know if you mentioned this, but if you want to check out some other of Emily's work, feel free to go online at emilyltaylor.com, correct? Okay, perfect.